Forgot the Splenda.
All right.
You need to go get Splenda?
Coffee?
Nah, it's too hot anyways.
Good time.
Nah, it's too hot.
Yeah, I got to
Tony, go get some fucking Splenda.
Yeah, Tony.
Don't drink a whole cup of coffee without
get
Splenda.
some
If you go
sweet.
get Splenda, now I want a cup of coffee.
Huh?
Now I want a whole cup of coffee.
Go for it.
Go get a cup of coffee.
I won't do that.
Tony, get something sweet in your mouth.
I don't want you to have to drink that whole
I'm just not
thing
gonna
of
drink
coffee.
I'm just not going to drink it.
Well, now you're wasting coffee.
Yeah.
Well, that's just rude.
You're not going to drink the coffee?
Just go get sweet. Just go get some sweet.
I mean, I'll drink it if you go get some Splenda.
I was just going to say the same thing.
If what?
If you go get some Splenda, I'll drink it.
Well, no. If I go get the Splenda, I'm drinking it.
Oh, you want him to go get the Splenda, get the coffee just right, and then you drink it.
Yeah, I mean, let's not waste it.
I love it.
Go get some sweetener, Tony.
Oh, you got to decide right now. You got sugar get off the pot.
Put some
It's a
sweetness
whole
in
thing
your
of coffee.
mouth.
Could be really refreshing
Long
during this
show
episode.
today. Long show.
some sugar on it.
Get that sweet,
Nailed
sweet.
it.
Yeah, I'm going to go get it.
Go get
Go
you some
get
sweet.
it.
Attaboy.
Go get
Some
it.
fucking Splenda, pal.
Yeah, kick it on back and crack a cold one. Yeah, the boys are about to go on. And just shoot
We'll see you in a minute, Tom.
and let it ring. Hey, let's go. It's time for Heartland Radio.
Here we go. Welcome to Heartland Radio 2.0. This episode is brought to you by our friends at SeatGeek. If you're going to go see a live event, sports, music, comedy, theater, whatever the case may be, if they charge admission to sit in a seat, get your tickets from SeatGeek. Nowhere else. Everybody else is bullshit. They do all the work for you. They scan all the other bullshit ticketing sites, and they say, hey, here's the best seat for your buck, the best ticket for your value. SeatGeek are your friends. They're our friends, the only one we trust. Your purchase is fully guaranteed, so you shop with complete confidence when you shop with SeatGeek. You got your Splenda?
Yeah, I do.
Attaboy. Sweet. Get it?
It is sweet.
Sweet. Wow. That was pretty good. I don't know. Make SeatGeek your go-to app for finding the best deals on every type of ticket. Our listeners get $10 off. This is awesome. This is the deal for you. You get $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase if you just download the app and use the promo code Heartland. That's promo code Heartland for $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Let's get into it. Everybody's here except Pat. Pat's at a very important meeting. He's been called away. I believe he's in your home state,
He is, yeah.
in Iowa, for a meeting. A lot of big meetings go on in Iowa,
Goddamn right.
and he's at one of them. So he won't be here, but we'll hold down the ship. We'll hold down the fort without him. So what's going on with everybody? Anything new in anybody's life? You got a new backyard?
Yeah, I've moved. I counted. I'm now living in my 14th home in my life.
How about Tony?
Nice.
13 in the last 13 years.
That's absurd.
Jeez.
Wow.
You moved the fire pit with you, huh?
Nope. That was there. Didn't just pick up a move fire pit seat. No, yeah, 13 homes in 13 years. It's by far the dumbest thing that I've ever put myself through. And I was always like, well, I'm just not ready to buy a home because it's a pretty big fucking step.
It is?
But then you get to my age and you're like moving 13 times in 13 years, and then also if you do the math on how much rent I paid over the last 13 years, that's not a smart idea either. There's no smart ideas for moving or where you live. You're either tied down by buying a house and you're fucked there, or you rent every year and move every year and you're fucked there. Life's great.
You're a nomad. You're wandering the Great
I know.
Plains.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're
And
going
you
to
would
stay in
think-
this one, you think, for more than a year?
That's the plan.
All
That's
right,
the fucking
we'll see what
plan.
happens.
Who knows though? Can't wait to see what fucks that up.
Your mom and dad came in town. Your dad helped you clean up the backyard.
Yeah. We
Pretty
dominated the
things up.
backyard. Mom and girlfriend dominated the inside.
Nice.
We were out Thursday night for 4th of July. My dad was sitting at a table that once outside of the bar where once was occupied by people that you had to show tickets or whatever or ID to get into. And he was sitting by himself, and fucking Ty walks by and recognized him, and it literally made his entire fucking year.
Because we were getting in. We were just getting ready to walk in. We passed. I'm like, oh, there's a guy there. He's not really looks like he wants my ID. And then I heard, Kyle! Coach. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Coach Diggs.
Then he talks about it for the next fucking 3 days after that. He's
So
like, I
he-
can't believe Ty fucking
Yeah, he
recognized
was
me.
flabbergasted. I was like, Coach, I've seen you like 50 times. Like, I know what you look like. What are you talking about?
So yeah, they came in. We unpacked. We did some yard work and got drunk every night.
Hey,
It was
Tony
good.
Landscapes is a real thing. That backyard is beautiful.
Thank you. You know
really
what? Thank you, Evan. I wish I made the fuck up of not taking a before picture.
Ah.
So you just have to trust me that we did a lot of work.
I
back
believe
there.
it.
It was good, Tony.
We built new beds. We did a over top of our porch. We have row lights. You know what I'm talking about?
Nice.
That looks incredible.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
it's
know
a-
that shit's difficult.
It's a classy operation that we got going on.
Those
Can't wait
change
to
your
have you guys
backyard
over.
completely
Oh yeah.
at night. Like even if your yard's shit, if you hang those lights above, you're like paradise.
It's a completely different situation. So yeah, that's what's going on in my
Are those
life.
like Christmas lights? If one bulb goes out,
No,
bulb goes
actually
out?
not.
wow.
Found that out because I broke a few, but no, we're good.
Did you edge?
Oh yeah, I edged. Had to go fucking borrow a shovel to do it.
Really?
Yeah, next door neighbor.
New
Nice
mulch
guy.
or what?
New mulch.
Oh,
All
you're
brand
that
new
guy?
mulch.
It's your
What do you
neighbor
mean?
already? Are you already borrowing
He
stuff?
was outside doing some work too, and I said, "Hey man, I don't have a fucking shovel over here, and I need to edge these beds because I'm not a fucking not an amateur here."
Right.
Right. When you gave it back to him, did you give him like beer or something? Like thank him?
No, but I washed it.
It's good enough.
It's a good point there, Z. You got to take care of your neighbors. He
Nah,
took
it's
care
a-
of you.
It's a
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
shovel. I gotta need
Yeah, I
fucking
mean, what
beer
are we
for a
talking about
shovel.
What are we
Didn't
doing?
ask him for a hand job.
He just sticks his dick out. You know what to do.
Tony borrowed my drill. I'm waiting to see what I get in return. Better not be his dick.
No, I'm gonna send Zeke over to give you a hand job. Zeke's really big on hand jobs lately. Jerking off bears last week.
The first hand job I gave was a bobcat, I believe, on this podcast, and now it's a bear. So I'm just building up on the food chain.
You go
I don't
to
know what's
elephants.
next. You need 2 hands for that, I'm pretty sure.
Did you see the update on the war on animals against us?
Oh god.
No.
Horses are starting tornadoes.
What?
Oh, that running in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting tornadoes. And then there's birds ripping the anti-bird strips off of buildings.
Saw
yeah,
that. Yeah.
saw that.
Some bear bit a Russian guy.
Yep.
Oh, I love
Saw him in
that.
the forest and he was like fucking with him, pushing him and shit, and the bear just went.
Who pushes
ape
a bear?
Yeah, I don't know.
Russians.
Russian.
Yeah.
It's kicking up, dude. Another thing from
Probably
climate
listened to
change.
the episode and heard
Yeah.
Zeke talking about jerking off bears. Like, hey, man, lay down. Let me jerk you off.
He's playing hard to get.
There's also a giant glacier the size of Florida that's starting to melt, and it's going to break off. And they said when it hits the ocean, it's going to raise globally the oceans like 1 meter.
Really?
That's not a big deal.
Over
I don't
the,
know. A 3 foot.
Yeah, there's going to be some homes that are like, backyards are now.
Over the course of 150
Oh, wait.
years.
Well,
But
don't
still-
build a house on a floodplain.
Oh.
Oh, 150 years.
Yeah, like
I thought
150
you meant
years
by
from now.
like September.
Yeah, it's going to be creeping up on you. Like,
It's hot in July and
Ice cube
August.
the size of Florida.
I know. I read that headline. I'm like, is this supposed to be frightening? Like,
No, it's not. That's
3
not going to
feet
bother
over-
us.
I mean, that's a foot every 50 years. I don't really
gives a shit?
I don't know if you saw about the seismic activity and stuff going on with the geysers in Yellowstone.
Yeah. I got a couple friends in L.A. said they felt that earthquake.
Really?
Yeah. Shook them
Todd,
up
did
pretty
you have
good.
earthquakes when you were out there?
Yes, couple.
I mean,
Are they
Nah,
weird?
I mean, the first time, because like in Iowa, you don't get anything like that. So it is like very startling when like shit's starting to like crumble and everything. It's like in the movies, you think like your floors are gonna like split in half and you're just gonna fall through. But then after a while, it's just like, all right, I'm good. Nothing's and I lived in like a shithole too, so I was like, no, if something falls off the walls here, I don't give a fuck. It's nice. I can imagine if you have like a nice house and everything, it'd be pretty terrifying. But
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
I
Fucking
experienced
crack your
one
drywall.
once in Pittsburgh.
There was one.
Yeah, it was like I was off. I was in between jobs, and there was like 2-week period there where all I was doing was watching The Wire. I knocked out every season of The Wire in 2 weeks. It was a fucking awesome 2 weeks. But like 10:30 a.m. one of the days, my house started shaking, and I lived in like one of the old row houses, and so I thought the house was just collapsing, like. But then it turned out it was an earthquake, and when it's happening, it's super fucking weird. Like you're just laying in bed and your entire bed shaking, and I don't know. I kind of felt like sick. It's a weird fucking.
You just don't know
feeling.
what's going on.
No, you have no fucking idea.
Like I thought it could be the end of the world. It could be, I mean, who knows?
It could be. You never fucking know.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, may I?
Yeah.
Northridge earthquake survivor.
Let's go. Let's go.
Was that a big one?
That was a huge one.
1950.
I lost everything.
Your building like collapsed?
I collapsed on my car. Yeah, we parked underneath, and the thing went down. And I know I joke
do
about
parking under buildings
I know
in
I joke
LA?
about Tom Brokaw a lot on here. He literally did the NBC Nightly News
What'd he do?
from my driveway.
What do you do?
What do you mean? What did he do? What he sound like? It was Tom Brokaw. Wait, is from the Northridge earthquake. That is that. So I literally
Star
was
of the movie Dark Water.
I was 15 feet away from him for 2 days because I was trying to get back in to just try and get whatever we could out of the thing. And we had one trip in they gave us with a back entrance on like a chute you walk up to get or go down for an airplane. So they came in, they put it up there, and they said, if you can, we've stabilized the the floors of it was only 2 stories, and then you parked underneath on the first story. Everything gone, man. I had a 72 Volkswagen Bug, not mint.
What? Wait.
Yeah, 72 Volkswagen Bug. Got it for a steal. All right, great shape.
Didn't what's his name drive around in a bug?
Herbie?
Ted
Donald.
Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, Ted didn't get the deal I got on this. I got from an old lady. It was great, but anyway, I'm
She's
like,
dead now.
I have no idea. The car came out a week later because they just did everything. I mean, I lost a lot of crap in that Northridge earthquake.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
Were
we
you
were out
outside
there.
when it happened?
Yes, I was on one side of my bed, and all of a sudden, I thought Saddam Hussein had bombed us. That was my first thought, and then everything I started hearing was the electrical
Transformers.
transformers
Yeah.
blowing up and car alarms. The car alarms. I mean, from everywhere, never stopping and everything. Even the car alarms that were underneath on the cars that got crushed. Yeah. it
So
was-
did you run out of the building, or did you like?
I jumped. I went out the building. I couldn't open the door. I was living with my brother at the time. We shared an apartment, and the door was normally like this, but it was like this.
bent in half.
Yeah. So we couldn't get it open. So him and I are like, fuck, let's go. And I got boxer shorts on, grabbed a T-shirt, and had one sandal. And one sandal. And it was like, ugh.
Were you afraid if you ran in there, the ceiling would then
Yeah,
collapse?
dude, I thought we were done. Yeah, I crawled to my brother's on the other side of the hallway there, and I said, you okay? And he's like, we're having an earthquake. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I've gotten, by this point, I've got it. And,
It's Saddam.
which I did think it was. So the separation from the front door to we had steps right outside, and it was built with metal, was about a 4-foot gap. So if you took a step down, it's pitch black. So luckily a guy had a light underneath. He's like, everybody upstairs, watch yourself. So we jumped over, was hoping the stairwell would hold, which it did, and then went down and just went out and waited for sunlight in Studio City. Yeah.
Dude, for my whole
was
life,
crazy.
out of 48 years, one time we felt an earthquake, and I was in college. I was laying in bed with Bailey's mom, and we just heard that. And you felt it. And right away, I go, excuse me. I fucking nailed it. The only time in my life I'm ever going to feel an earthquake, and I fucking nailed it.
I thought you were gonna say you had like a vibrating bed or something like that.
This is the first time I've heard a good experience between him and my I'm just enjoying that.
And lastly, my last part of the earthquake stuff, because it went on for weeks, and FEMA came in, tried to do it. I tried to find a place to live, yada yada. Last thing is, the second night, my brother, him and I were just sticking around, waiting for the authorities to come to say, okay. And they put up a big fence around it, and you couldn't go in, but they were going to give us one shot. So the second night, Brokaw's there doing the nightly news again, and my brother's like, watch this. So he stands about 15 feet behind Brokaw near a brick wall, like just standing there, kind of looking around, being that guy,
Yeah.
And finally, he goes to break. We'll be right back after this. More from the Northridge earthquake, NBC Nightly News. And he goes, cut. And he goes, either do something or I can't yell. I can't yell like Brokaw, but it was like, either do something or get the hell out of the way. To my brother, and he was in the background trying to get some camera time. And I'm like, you're an idiot, man. He scurried off, gets teed off on by Brokaw after the earthquake.
It's
great.
We live in a world where we have access to data that gives us more personal insights into who we are.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It is. What's more personalized than your data?
Nothing.
Nothing. Now we can turn to our genetics for personalized health, traits, and more. 23andMe allows you to go beyond ancestry to access more personalized insights about you based on your DNA. With more than 125 genetic reports, you can even gain insights about your health traits and more.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Receive your personalized genetic reports is just the beginning. You can take the next steps by talking to your healthcare provider or considering lifestyle changes like adjusting your sleep habits or caffeine consumption. It tells you all of that, Todd.
I
All
love
that.
to consume caffeine.
And it tells you stuff about like why you get bit by mosquitoes more than the rest of us.
Yeah, and I do. I fucking hate
You
it.
got that sweet, sweet skin, Todd. My experience and your experience, Todd, with this, I mean, it's been incredible. Nick did it too. He found out a lot of things about himself. Some things he didn't want to know about himself. So-
Very true.
But you know what? It's better to know.
Sure it is.
It's better to know. There's a deep sleep report. If you've always suspected that you feel more sleepy than others after missing out on a night of sleep, you might not be imagining things. Your genes may be involved, okay? There's an alcohol flush reaction report. Does alcohol turn your cheeks as pink as a glass of rosé? You may have alcohol flush reaction. Learn
I
about
think I have
genetic-
that.
Yeah, I think you do too. Learn about the genetic factors that make it hard for some people to process alcohol. Saturated fat and weight report. This one's probably for me. The saturated fat and weight report can tell you about how your genetics may impact your body's response to your diet. Learn if you're likely to weigh more on a diet high in saturated fat, even if you consume the same number of calories. This is just all information that's going to make your life better. See what your genes can say about your health, traits, and more. Buy your Health Plus Ancestry service kit today at 23andme.com/Heartland. That's the number 23andme.com/Heartland. Again, that's 23andme.com/Heartland.
I have a bunch of mulch in my yard too over our vacation, and when we picked it up, Gumpy and Nick were with me, and I needed to get 80 bags.
Oh my
so
god!
much fucking-
They put this
so many
pallet
bags.
in the back of his truck, and it was like when they put the Brontosaurus ribs on Flintstone's car. I was sitting in the front seat. His truck lifted about 4 feet in the air. I'm like, "What are we doing, Todd? How are we getting this out of here?"
I was like, yeah, I just fucked my truck. I'm not going to get home.
All right,
It's gonna
Ty.
collapse.
Easy in the truck, not so easy out of the truck because you didn't have a forklift at the house, I imagine.
No, I just got up there and cut the plastic that was wrapped, around it off, and then just started throwing bags to Gump, and he
Like
threw
you
them
were
in
with,
the yard. Yeah.
with a National Guard trying to
Yeah,
stop
it
a flood.
It was cool too because you could feel the truck like raise as you got like a quarter
Wait,
of the
did
way
you help
through.
him fucking mulch it?
Oh, we
No,
dropped him
no,
off.
he dropped me
before. Yeah. But Guppy was staying at my house, so he was fucking trapped. Like he had no choice.
Oh, he helped?
Yeah.
Poor Guppy. You fucking got him working the day he's leaving.
How many bags?
I
80?
know, but it's like he's a workout freak, so he was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking excited. He's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't been to the gym yet today. This will be awesome."
You take pre-workout before it?
Todd, do you enjoy landscaping though? Because I feel like at a certain age you hit that and you're like, okay, I actually want to do yard work. Tony, I was going to ask you the same thing because I am nowhere near there.
I fucking hate it. I've done
Okay.
so many, like every wife I ever had constantly wanted fucking new landscaping every year and shit. And I've cut so many fucking beds. I did
Right.
my mom and dad's house. I don't want to do the like hard part. I like the like touch up part once it's in there, and I don't mind planting something new or finding something to set in a flower bed. Like I found this whiskey barrel at
Classic
at
Todd.
Lowe's, and you plant shit in it, and we got it for like $40. And it's I didn't pay attention. I'm like, whiskey barrel, it's fine, but it's an actual whiskey barrel, like where they burnt the inside and stuff.
Right.
So I guess it reeks. So I picked it up at Lowe's. We put all the stuff we picked up in there, including that barrel. Put it in the back of her. We didn't have my truck. We had her Explorer, so we put it in the hatchback. And then I drop her off to get her lashes done, and I go over to. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go over to Sam's Ale House, which is right across the parking lot. I'm just sit in there and have a beer or two, wait on you. And I get back, and she's like, Jesus Christ, you fucking reek. I mean, what in the fuck did you drink in there? If we get stopped, we are going to jail. I can't believe how much you stink of fucking whiskey right now. And I go, I even had a whiskey. Like, I had a Yingling. And she's like, you're a fucking liar. I can smell it on you. Jesus Christ. I'm like, okay. And then we get home, and we're unloading, and she grabs that. She's like, oh, it's the fucking whiskey barrel. I'm like, ah.
No, Fox. I mean, I landscaped as a job growing up.
Okay.
So like I know how to do it. So maybe that's why. But I fucking hate doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever
But
do
there's
that.
nothing better than like you get done and you got a nice sweat going on. You got dirt all over you, and you crack a beer.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at your work. There's nothing.
It's like you just
not a lot better than
It's
that.
like you just topped Everest, man.
Yeah,
You're like,
seriously.
God damn, I feel pretty good.
Because
Get a
I
lot of
mean,
shit done.
the other 360 days of the year, I don't do fucking dick. So it's just nice to accomplish something.
Foxy, that urge you're describing comes in time from being in the house with your family as an older man for so long
That makes sense.
you are literally so disgusted by your situation you have to go outside and do manual labor to relieve yourself.
And that's my dad. So that makes
Yes.
a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
and like my other option was be inside with my mom and my girlfriend, who were like, I'd much rather go outside and know exactly what to do versus like,
Yeah, because you're just in their way.
versus look at
Yeah.
37 boxes inside and be like, I don't know where the fuck any of this is going.
That's what I started unpacking shit, and I'd like set something down and it'd get moved right away. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, fuck this. I'm not doing anything anymore. Like, you know, you dug this grave, now you can sleep in it. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah, so you go outside and you do what you know you have to do there. It's a lot of it's just getting out of the
Tone,
house.
do you need a chainsaw or anything?
I don't.
Dude, you got to find some reason
Oh,
to
here
borrow
we
my
go.
chainsaw. It's the greatest fucking thing in the world, dude. I chainsawed so much shit to get ready for those beds, and then when I mow, like my trees, the limbs grow so fucking fast year to year. Like I trimmed last year so they'd all be out of my way for the riding mower because you go around those trees and you got to duck way down or pick up a limb and hold it up while you drive under it. So I'm like, I'm gonna trim these trees down. But the problem is like a chainsaw. I never had one before. I used one before, and I'm like, it's kind of like, you know, when you do too much to your mustache, and you
just
you're
keep going.
like, oh shit, you get it too short. You're like, fuck. So I kept doing that to my trees. I'm like, oh, I can reach that limb. So I'm like, what? And now I got them too tall, you know, so they look kind of weird.
They'll grow back.
Yeah, they're like fucking naked at the bottom. They only grow like halfway up.
No. I mean, if I had something to use a chainsaw for, I'd use a chainsaw. Gorbs might need it though for something.
I tried to use a chainsaw. I'd stop at my parents before I went up north of Michigan a few days ago, so I helped them with all the cleanup and stuff like I do every year. And I said to my dad, I don't know. What is that, church?
It's a mortuary.
So I said to my dad, hey, let me use a chainsaw because these are getting thick over here. He's like, yeah, I'll be right back. He comes out. It's an electric. Oh. I'm like, put it back. I don't even want it. I'll use the hand saw. So electric chainsaw, it doesn't do the same, I don't think.
No
Yeah,
way.
you need a bone saw.
Yeah, that's
You'll get
for like
there, though,
little
Foxy.
limbs.
Foxy, you'll get there.
Someday. I don't see
I
it
mean-
anytime soon, though.
Not at like this. This is probably the second house that I've started
Okay.
doing it, and it's probably no coincidence. That's when I started living with a woman. It's probably when
okay.
it's.
See, but I'll mow the lawn till the cows
Oh
come
yeah,
home.
there
you go.
So
You
will
know?
I.
That's like you can just zone out.
Oh, yeah.
Mow the lawn.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get some new earbuds or finally get some AirPods or something. Because,
Wow, you giving in?
well, it's just I'm probably gonna lose my hearing. Like my fucking mower is loud. I'm just starting to realize I'm like, man, this is probably hurting my hearing.
Maybe go with a pair of Bose. You know, get some
Yeah, that's
noise
what I
canceling
need.
guys.
Yeah.
Put on a little Rush and let
See,
the good times
yep.
roll.
Listen
See,
to
I
some
don't go it. I get drowned out by the sound of the mower. I just suck that in. Just like Foxy tweeted out that he loves now just driving and zoning out and listening to music. I don't even listen to music anymore.
Wild
I,
to
I,
me.
I just drive in fucking silence.
When does that happen?
I don't know. When you want to kill yourself, probably. Probably around that time. I don't fucking know.
Got a lot to look forward to.
You guys-
I mean, I wasn't alone though. There was other people who fucking responded that
Oh,
they
yeah,
drive
definitely.
in silence.
Definitely.
dude, when you live with a lady, sometimes this is what you have to look forward to. All right, Foxy. When you live with a lady, sometimes you're just like, I'm just gonna be an asshole today, like for no reason whatsoever. I just feel like, you know what, this is just going too good right now. I'm just gonna be an asshole and upset her, so I'm in the doghouse for like a week. I did this week. I guess if I get bored with
Yeah,
vacation,
you're just bored then.
so I'm used to coming in here and working every day.
Yeah.
You know, we work a lot
And doing that to us.
Yes, yeah, the assholes of you guys. So I'm like, I should be an asshole. So I just for some reason was just like, opened up one of the freezers. We have 3 different freezers, right? So one in the main fridge. I have an extra fridge in the laundry room to keep extra meat, and fucking I have a lot of ice cream and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I have a chest freezer from back when we used to get the butcher boxes all the time. So
Yeah.
I had someplace to dump those. So I go through and I'm like, these are a fucking mess. You can't find nothing. I start pulling shit out. And I find stuff that's been in the back so long now it's all freezer
There's my
burnt.
sausages.
Yeah. So I started getting pissed, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Hey, you want some frozen broccoli? You have 27 bags of frozen broccoli. You keep sticking in here and not realizing that it's here, so you buy new ones." So we have lots of broccoli. So I was pulling out. I'm having to throw away meat. So then I'm like, I just can't. The trash doesn't come for a week now. So I'm like, I'm going to have to throw out this meat somewhere, but it's going to collect maggots, start stinking in the trash can. So I was like, we got to have some cling wrap in here. So I get underneath the sink. It's a fucking mess. There's just all kinds of baggies and boxes of foil and shit just everywhere. So I get out, start organizing that, and I find the cling wrap. And I pull it, and it's Costco cheap-ass cling wrap, so it just keeps breaking when you try to unroll it. So I'm trying to wrap all this meat up, like, in this cling wrap, so if it goes bad, you won't smell it. So I'm breaking it off, and I'm yelling at her for fucking buying cheap-ass Costco cling wrap. It don't work. No cling wrap works, by the way. It all is fucking horrible.
Right.
So we're saying that. The only ones that work with the moving kind.
Right.
And that's what they need for food. It's like a moving roller thing to put around there. So I'm all over about that. And I don't even know why I was being an asshole, but I'm like, I feel like I should do that.
Does she know too? She's like, all right, Todd's gonna be an asshole this week. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. She fucking hates it, but
Hey,
it's part of who I am.
Hey, that's
I'm going
life.
to do that once
life,
every 2 months. I'm just going to be an asshole for a day.
speaking of your stories, I have 2 stories. One's whiskey barrels and one's ice cream.
Oh, really?
Which one do you want to go to?
Let's go Whiskey Bros first.
45,000 of them. A Jack Daniels or
Jim Beam, yeah.
Jim Beam distillery got caught on fire. 45,000 barrels went up.
Are you serious?
45,000 barrels of whiskey went up in fire.
Holy fuck.
Contaminating that river that's near, and it's killed like hundreds of thousands of fish already.
Has it really?
Yeah, that's
Wait,
not
they can't
that's
drink
not
whiskey?
Thai hyperbole. No, they're
No.
suffocating.
Yeah.
Can't breathe. Oh,
You look at a picture, literally half the river is like clear blue water, and the other half is just fucking whiskey.
Todd's gonna fucking drive down there.
I'll tell you what.
Just dip your canteen in
Yeah.
there.
I'll
You
take
take
my
that-
fucking life straw down there.
Yes, you take that light straw, you take that ice cube that's breaking off from that fucking glacier, and you drop it right in there.
Oh, what
Get
if
a
the
nice
two
big whiskey
combined?
rock glass.
If the glacier dropped off into the river of whiskey, you
Oh,
just had
suckle
fucking-
right off that luge all
Todd,
day
you would
long.
look like Gustav from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Whiskey River, take mine. Didn't Willie Nelson have a song like that?
Oh, I didn't know it all went in the river.
Oh yeah, the river's
yeah.
fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked big time.
Oh, I need to see that. We're close.
Not
Like,
good.
crazy.
We're
Not
close. I would go down just to check it out. So yeah, 45,000 barrels of whiskey just gone.
That costs him a fuck
Well, that's a
ton
lot of
money.
fucking devil's share.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going with the ice cream T-bone.
Yeah, dude. I guess we've been off for a week, and I guess this story's at least a week old, but we haven't fucking
Every
talked
trinket
about
in
it.
here on the floor.
Seriously,
Dude, I am extra trinketed up today.
you and your fucking niddles.
7. You got 7 trinkets today. Where's a Hot Wheel car? I'm only missing a Hot Wheel.
Oh wait, speaking
Here,
of
man.
these, let's talk about this before you get to your ice cream and get situated with all your vittles here. Todd took me fishing over vacation here while we're talking about these fish. Yeah, I got a couple of those guys. He took me fishing where he took you fishing the week previous, and we found a bunch of lures, a bunch of hooks just laying there right on the ground. Some
Yeah, I
pliers.
almost stepped on him. I wasn't wearing any shoes.
Don't look at me.
No, they were yours. There was those green wormy things with the 2 hooks. There was 2 of them.
Wow.
Respect the game, Gordon.
Luckily, right where I
Respect
was
the
setting
Wait a
my
minute, where
tackle
at?
box
What
down.
side? Wait, okay, hold on.
Hold on.
In front of your neighbor's place or your place?
In front, behind Marnie's mom's house.
No,
So, yeah, dude,
no.
I literally,
No,
he
dude,
was right there.
those things are like gold to me. I wouldn't leave those
No,
behind.
they were tore out. Like the fish had gotten to him. You caught a couple fish on them, and they were tore out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Extra dangerous because the hooks are just dangling.
Oh, Todd, that's on me. I remember that now. I put them both together with the intent of, hell. Did anybody step on them? Sorry, guys.
I came like 6 inches away.
My bad,
It was
my
right where I
bad.
was
Dude,
setting
that
my
would've been
tackle box.
fucking
You're-
hilarious.
And I was like, those are fucking Gorm's lures.
As soon as you said they're ripped, I was like, oh, shit, that's right. I didn't pick those
Like
up.
he was setting up a trap or something.
Dadgum. Sorry about that. I'm not invited back.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little disrespectful.
caught fish, though?
but-
What'd you
Yeah,
think
shout
of
out to
fishing?
Uncle Todd. Took me. It was the first time I've been fishing since I was 10 years old.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do it all the time, but I forgot everything, right? And the advancement in fishery has been quite impressive over the past 10, 20 years. So you showed me how to do it. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's cast it out there. Boom, first cast, big one.
Okay.
Reeling it in a little bit. I'm like, oh, I got something, Todd. I got something. Here we go. Reel it in. He's like, oh, yeah, look at it. We pull it out. It's a fucking tennis ball. It's a 10-year-old dog toy tennis ball. It's been sitting in the bottom of a subdivision retention pond for at least 10 years.
How much weight did you have on that line?
Oh, it was a good one, man. It was good. Yeah.
Dude, in his pole, he looked just like he had snagged a fish.
Whoa.
Like, because he would, the wacky rig I use, how you ride the bottom, bump it, reel in, whatever, and it's like, boom, it catches right off a bump. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I grab my phone. I'm like, pull that motherfucker in.
Yeah.
He just keeps pulling, pulls, fucking black tennis ball. Just dripping moss. And it had to be a decade old in there.
Oh, at least.
Did Gumpy
relic.
catch anything?
He didn't
he
fish.
fish?
No, he just stood in the sun.
Sunbathing back there.
Or he just sat down in the chair, took it easy.
Oh, it's hot out.
It's so funny. It's 95 degrees every single day for the last like 10 days.
Oh, so dude, her mom has in her freezer
The best lemonade ever? Yes, I
Yes.
agree, and which she does. Sorry to interrupt, but props to Marnie's mom who came out with fresh lemonade when
I
we were
was
fishing.
shitting on Costco earlier, but Costco has this Kirkland brand organic lemonade.
Oh,
that is
They do it
fucking
right, dude.
Thank
unreal.
Don't
I
shit
should
on
bring some in
Costco,
here.
by the way.
I'm a card
Don't shit
holder.
on Costco.
I know, because I do love Costco. I like going in there. It's a good fucking time.
Yeah.
But I don't like their cling wrap. I'll say that.
Well, we got to the bottom of that. You don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
any
I
clean.
do, yeah. All cling wrap sucks.
But the other story was, I don't even know how to explain.
I
this.
wish Ty would just take
Yeah,
this
go ahead,
story
Ty,
because
go ahead.
if Ty was judge and jury for these people, we'd have answers.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about though, so I don't know how I'm going to.
Why don't you,
Oh,
Are you
because he
talking
did
about-
the spit. So
why don't you
people are
present the case to the judge?
Yeah.
This will
people
be
are
fine.
going into grocery stores
Okay.
and gas stations, and they're opening up the freezer section and taking out the ice cream and fucking licking it and putting it back in. And now they're also taking fucking drinks and opening them
Mouthwash, yeah.
and spitting in them and putting them back.
God damn it.
I just don't get it. Like, it's not funny. I mean, if it goes viral, all it's going to be is people saying like, "Wow, this guy's a tremendous piece of
Right,
shit."
right.
Like all these.
There's a
people,
lot of people doing
I
it.
mean, that's
Yeah,
like
I know.
that's like a terrorist move.
Yeah.
To make us afraid in our safe places.
Correct.
Like fucking grocery stores and gas stations are our safe places.
Ice cream.
Yeah. The ice cream freezer is the safest of all places.
Armed guards at Walmart in Texas now in the freezer section. True story.
Really?
Armed.
Good.
Yes.
Arms
And
and
probably
Texas
in
does not
Texas-
fuck around.
They're probably allowed to shoot you if they see you
As
licking
you-
ice
and
cream.
Ty,
Well,
and you should
that's
be.
That's what I said. Yeah, they should find all these people and put a bullet in their head. Like fuck all these guys. Either that or they deserve some sort of like Mortal Kombat fatality. Like cut their face off or some shit like that. Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to
you
think of-
shouldn't have.
You know
to,
what they should do? You know, in the last Rambo, when
when he disembowels the guy.
you know, or when I forget where they were at.
They're in
Mozambique.
I kept wanting to say Tahiti, but that's
No.
a nice place.
Mozambique.
No,
It's not Cambodia.
it's
I don't know.
it's
Say-
something like that.
yeah,
Laos,
something close to
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
started
this
war, not me.
when the soldiers made the villagers run through the water.
Oh,
and
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
get to the
yeah.
other
I know what
side,
you're
you
about.
lived. That's what they should do to the
And they
ice
have
cream.
the minefield in there too.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh,
Oh, that's not a bad one. I was thinking they should take like all the shit bags from hospitals, from people who can't shit on their own.
Klosky bags?
Oh, Klosky
Yeah,
bags.
and dump them all in a pool, and then throw, and then throw,
Klosseny bags?
Klosky bags.
and then throw these humans into that fucking pool until they drown.
They should.
That's not bad either.
Is it kids doing it? Is this just like?
Why saw old people doing it too?
Is it- oh, really? So it's not
No,
some
it's some
counterculture.
old creepy people.
No, yeah, I saw.
I mean,
like
I'm sure
a
kid-
35-year-old guy doing it.
Kid definitely started it for sure. Some
They
piece
ri-
of shit Tech 9, not Tech 9.
That was just some kid.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That was just some kid that
motherfuckers.
couldn't afford ice cream.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
The original chick that went
20
viral
years.
like a week and a half ago or something like that from Louisiana is facing like 20 years
Yeah,
right
Yeah, I
20
saw that.
years.
Good. Lock her up.
She should be-
Put her
should.
underneath
She should
the
be
fucking
punished.
jail.
What was the old
extent
case
of
where
the
someone
law.
was like fucked with medicine?
The Tylenol.
Oh yeah, that was a
Yeah.
scare. That was you and I went through that.
yeah, what were they putting in the Tylenol?
But that was like to kill
It's
people.
like cyanide or
Yeah,
something.
that
that
was
was
poison.
that's
Yeah.
completely different. That's
Yeah.
fair game. Like
Yeah.
that's just someone who's actually trying to like kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's a quick.
These people
that's
are
a quick
much.
one, too.
These
I'd be
people
fine
are
with
much
that.
worse than the Tylenol side.
You shouldn't have to go through and like, because now I will do this every time I go shopping.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
check it.
check the cap and
Sure.
make sure it's fucking still sealed.
add
Like
on
that's ridiculous.
20 minutes in that fucking
Yeah, exactly.
hellhole. I hate grocery shopping. It's the worst.
Yeah.
I love
agree.
grocery
You
shopping.
love it?
I love it. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Also-
I always I explore and I find new things I didn't know I wanted.
I do the
That's
same
my
thing.
favorite thing.
Yeah,
you
you
guys-
have to.
I know.
That's what. Maybe that's
That's
why you
the
guys are
fun in
hating
it.
it so much.
Do you guys check the eggs when you're shopping?
Got to.
Gotta check the egg
Oh
seed.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got to.
Nah, I
You'll
roll
get
the
fucked
dice
every time.
This Kroger down here though, there's 150,000 people in there every single time you go.
that
Every
sucks.
single time. It's absurd. It takes an hour and a half, even if you only want to grab like a couple things. It's an hour and a half every single time, no matter what.
That would suck.
And it's infuriating.
I went to that Kroger to pick up some stuff before we left on the tour, and I saw 5 mice in the 5 minutes that I was there.
And I haven't even
Really?
seen
The new
those
ones?
running
Yeah,
around.
right down here, downtown.
Just tarnish.
I like today's show. We're talking about real life issues.
There we are.
How about the family brawl out at Disneyland?
Loved it.
Ty, you were there recently,
Yeah,
right?
I was.
I mean, did you see this fight? I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
a 9-minute video of haymakers,
Yeah.
men, women, children. I mean, it was
Fucking
ridiculous. At
anybody can get
Disneyland.
it.
Fucking Goofy jumped in.
Let the paramedics sort them out.
Yep. I mean, the guy said, "I'm ready to go to jail tonight." So when you hear that, it's kind of
Tell you
it's
what,
fair game.
I completely get it. You're in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle
Anaheim.
of fucking. Oh, it was out there.
Yeah, it's Disneyland
Well,
World.
It's still fucking hot though.
Very hot.
You're in Anaheim.
At the
in
happiest place
middle-
on earth.
In the middle of fucking July. Surrounded by a bunch of asshole kids and asshole people. It doesn't take much to set you off, I assume. It's waiting in 3-hour lines.
See,
for
but that's the
fucking
thing.
rides.
They had a lady who was in the wheelchair. Like that's got Fast Pass written all over it. Like you shouldn't be bitching. You should
Correct.
be able to go at the front of any line. I mean, I don't even. There's really no context behind what.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, what happened? Do we know?
No, we don't. It is hilarious though how those guys square up and go around. It's like a fucking boxing
hit
match.
somebody.
Yeah.
The one guy, the two guys are circling, right? This was what I thought was hilarious. They're circling, not even really throwing a punch at each other yet. And then one girl comes in to help. The guy side punches her, and then starts circling again with the dude. And then another girl came, and that guy side punched that girl.
Todd, what do you do if you're at that park? Todd, retired detective, state police. What do you do?
Fucking walk away.
I mean, seriously, are you just like
I
you're
video the fuck
Pull
out
out
of
Is
your
that it?
phone.
Yeah, I video the fuck out of that.
How
And
about the
start
old lady?
commentating like I'm Joe Rogan and it's a UFC fight.
Zito, what if there's a bouncer there? What does he do? What if there's an
I'm an undercover bouncer, guys. I'm fucking jumping in.
No, Zito has this fucking thing. He's got this infatuation where he wants there to be like a huge fight somewhere and some guy to run in and be like, Don't worry, I'm an off-duty bouncer. I fucking got this.
But like the old lady just drove in, like no like hesitation, and just like kamikazed herself right.
Bro,
into that
she's lived a
situation.
long life.
She also got dropped like a sack of potatoes. She went down hard.
The best part's Disneyland security. There were 4 people with like the trash sticks, like where they're sweeping up trash, before there was any security guards.
Yeah, but the security guards are
they're not doing
prone
shit.
to break up a fight at
No.
Disneyland. I mean, most of those guys and girls are probably like, you go in there. What the fuck? I'm not going in there.
No, yeah, you see the big group around there. It's like, all right, here's our chance. Let's go fucking head over to Splash Mountain or Space Mountain, whatever's the longer line,
Yeah.
and we're sliding in. Okay, that's what you do in that situation.
And Disneyland has like its own police department.
Yeah,
Like a full police department with a chief and everybody.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, they tickle. They tickle you if you're in trouble.
Well, those
all right,
security
at
guards,
Disneyland.
because like
They have
4
squirt
4
guns.
hours a day, 4 hours a day, the security guards. The other 4 hours a day, they're dressed as fucking Mickey. So
All right, you guys are going to want to listen to this because
Okay.
this is one of the biggest fears we all have.
hold on,
Spiders.
let me get my pen out.
Write this down, Diggs. Just because you're using an incognito browser or delete your history does not mean your personal info is safe online.
What?
There's a lot more to keeping everything secure, and it starts with Dashlane.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a big delete last hour guy.
Dashlane is the only one-stop shop security app that secures every aspect of your online life. You never have to remember and then type a password on a login page again because Dashlane keeps track and automatically enters all your passwords, protects your sensitive information, and securely autofills all your forms.
Nice.
Once you download the app, you basically have a digital bodyguard. It's got the best-in-class VPN.
I will always love
Thank you, Dashlane. Breach alerts, dark web monitoring to see if your data is being bought and sold on the dark web,
Jesus.
and much more. I just signed up for Dashlane, and it's the best. It's honestly, I use the VPN all the time. I don't like people tracking me. I like to watch stuff that's out of market. I want to watch some Canadian hockey stuff, okay? I can't do it other times.
Yeah.
I got to watch the TSN up there because they tell me what's really going on, what everything's about.
Oh, I see you did that.
Dashlane has rockstar status in the App Store with 4.7 stars and is currently used by more than 10 million people.
That's a lot of
This is
millions.
the armbar of technology.
Take control of your online info this summer and join them right now. Go to dashlane.com/heartland for a 30-day free trial of Dashlane Premium. And this summer only, you'll get 10% off when you sign up.
How about that?
That's a 30-day free trial plus 10% off Dashlane Premium at dashlane.com/heartland. That's dashlane.com/heartland.
See these guys get my information, try to sell it on the dark web, and no one wants to fucking buy it.
All you gotta do is type in armbar.
Who wants fucking bad credit?
Did you guys see the Facebook event about Area 51?
Oh yeah, dude.
This
I'm
is
all
outrageous. All right, so an
One
event.
of us has to go, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For those that don't know about it, an event on Facebook titled Storm Area 51, They Can't Stop All of Us, has caught the attention of over 200,000 people. Over 91,000 people say they were going, and another 117,000 people are interested in the event. It's scheduled for September 20th, so we should clear our calendars.
Yeah.
Get ready. September 20th of this year at 3 a.m. And the
3
About
a.m.
section reads, we will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, which is, I guess is a Japanese
it's
anime
Naruto
running
arms
style,
behind.
with your arms back and your head forward, they can never stop us. We can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
Not true. They're gonna kill
mow you
all these
down.
people. They're gonna get a fucking Gatling gun and just wipe out everyone.
See, I didn't get into the details of the story. I didn't realize they were fucking assholes who thought they could outrun bullets.
Yes.
Also, is this a public group?
Yeah.
Why are you just putting your plan out there? You think someone from
Well, also-
Area 1 can't figure this out and be like, all right, we're just going to drop a fucking A-bomb on these guys
Yeah,
and kill
no
all
shit.
of
They
them?
also don't have a plan. They're gonna come up with a plan once they meet there at
Yeah.
3 a.m. on the
So
fucking.
those are the foot soldiers. There's people that are gonna be on the sides that flank it.
Yeah, those are the
Oh,
pawns.
There's
Yeah.
distraction.
no, the assholes who think they could just run with their arms behind their back.
You always send the pawns in first.
Isn't the government going to track down the person who put the event
The
up
guy's in jail.
and then raid
Absolutely,
their
there.
fucking house?
I'll tell you
Probably
why.
dead
A bunch
already.
of
Good
black
idea, though.
SUVs show up.
There's a documentary on Netflix if you guys haven't seen it. It's called Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers.
I have seen it on there and I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, you need to, because
Okay.
Bob Lazar was the original whistleblower on Area 51 back in, I want to say, the late 70s, maybe 80s, early 90s, something
It
like
was
that.
like 78.
Yeah, you get it. And he goes into the detail about what he saw there. He had like basically mid-level clearance. He claims he worked on flying saucers. He claims he worked on Element 115, as they call it, which is a not man-made element that does not occur naturally, that they use to power and fuel their flying saucers and everything. And he kind of details and draws what he saw there, and it's more believable than it is not. Like, it's very hard to see him making some of these things up the way he
I don't
describes
think he
them.
is.
And he's also been raided like 2 or 3 times by not just the FBI, but like dozens of government agencies. And at one point during the documentary, he's being interviewed and he's raided the next day by the agencies looking, because he claims to have smuggled this Element 115 out of Area 51. So they're basically looking for traces of it around. He runs he runs like a chemical lab out in, I think, Denver, Colorado now. So it is possible that he could still have it somewhere and basically be hiding it, holding on to it. Blah,
He's
Oh,
blah, blah.
smart too, so he's just
Very
not gonna
intelligent
leave it
man.
around.
Very
where they
intelligent.
can find
Probably
it.
at the airport.
Is he an acid taker?
No, I mean, Gorms, you watch this and you see this guy and like, oh, this guy's like,
Not just a good actor. It's real.
he seems very legitimate. He
I'm
could be
in.
acting, but I mean, it just seems to me difficult to be able to talk about what he talked about the way he talks about it.
How could we have been here as long as we have and not had some kind of visit from some
Would
we have.
a president?
race of alien beings?
Would
See,
any,
I'm starting to think that they're in the ocean, by the way.
And that could be too.
That's starting to pop up too.
oh yeah, I saw that one
s-
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just put it together. Area 51 in the middle of the desert. Where would you put your secret alien facility if you didn't want the aliens to get you?
Place there's no water.
Yeah, exactly, Zeke. Oh. Exactly.
There you go.
Do you remember that video game, Area 51?
Great video game.
Whatever happened to those?
Video games?
No, that game specifically.
Oh, I played it recently. It's at that.
Get out of
It's
town.
that. No, it's in that that arcade bar in Broad Ripple.
No shit.
Oh yeah, there's one in there.
We got a Galaga.
Oh, probably. I assume so. Probably. I don't know if they have that shit game.
I used to love Galaga, by the way.
Same here.
Yeah, where you drive around on the fucking truck and then you shoot the fucking cans
yeah.
and the aliens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the aliens look just like the aliens like that Will Smith had to train to shoot, like with like the Starling one
Yep.
that's hanging from the street light. Yeah, it was a great game. Todd, you ever play it?
I don't think so.
Oh, Todd.
Todd was too
Those
busy.
games are the best.
You
Todd-
gotta play it.
Todd, you played Big Buck though.
Oh, yeah. I love Big
Any
Buck.
game you have to shoot off screen to reload, great
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
Yes, love all those games, dude. Whenever I go to Dave and Buster's, I just tear those fucking games up.
That's the only thing that makes me question Bob is that he's still alive and he hasn't been found with like a bullet in his head or hit by a train or something.
Well, maybe
Good
that's
point.
too obvious.
The best part about the Bob Lazar thing, I didn't watch the documentary, but I watched him on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
They did like a full 2-hour interview, and the director of that documentary was there, and he kept trying to chime in, and Joe's like, "Just shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. You're not important to this."
he puts himself, he interjects himself into the documentary a lot too, and it's like, buddy, shut up. We just want to hear about Bob.
But apparently
Yeah.
Bob got caught because he was scheduling these test flights. They apparently did them Wednesday nights because there was no traffic over the highway before Area 51 expanded out to where you couldn't drive past it. But he would take all of his friends out there. They'd fucking tailgate to watch the flying saucers go over on these test flights.
Really?
And yeah.
It's a wild story. You got to
That
watch
was in
it.
'78.
I don't remember the exact
I
date.
think it was
Diggs just
early-
made that up.
early 80s.
It was his original coming out and whistleblowing and all that stuff was probably mid to late 80s.
78. Was
No, I was trying to coordinate with Jimmy Carter's presidency and just put the man on, just put the old boy on stand before
What's Jimmy
while we
gotta
still
do with
got
it?
it.
What's Jimmy
Say,
gotta do
hey, man, tell us what's the deal with these unidentified flying objects in Area 51.
they should put president. Why is no president just spilled all the
Squealing
beans
like a
before he
stuck
died?
pig.
Like Ross Perot who just died today or whatever.
He was never president.
Or no,
He ran
who died?
twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Perot died.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He ran twice. Though.
R.I.P.
Funded his own campaign. Though.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Respect.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah,
Alien money.
that's true.
Could be.
I think
got
you
those
would be
big fucking
afraid
ears.
to be the president to do that because you're not. I don't think the president's the most powerful person.
Well, no,
I
I'm
agree
saying
with
on
that.
I'm saying on his deathbed.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
Let out all the secrets, unless you think they don't know. Like in
Like what's on page 47 and stuff like that.
exactly.
The Book of Secrets.
Well, because in Independence Day, our president didn't know about Area 51 until it was
Yeah, I don't think I
until
would
he
tell
needed
him.
to.
I mean, they don't need to know.
Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking, Todd. The current president, whether he wins in the next election or not, I'm not going political. He's going to squeal like a stuck pig when it's all said and done, right?
If he knows.
Probably.
Hopefully.
I don't think they'll tell him, and if they don't want people to know, they'd kill him.
Yeah, I think it goes that deep.
Yeah,
I mean, this is serious shit.
it definitely goes that deep.
Because world panic.
Who's they, though, Nick? I'm not disagreeing with you, but how deep of the government are we?
Gorms, if I had that answer,
You wouldn't be here, right? Would you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be dead too.
Right.
Remember when, because we did this story a long time ago on Heartland Radio, but when Orson Welles did the radio broadcast.
yeah.
Scared the shit out of everybody.
What was the radio broadcast called?
War of the
War of
Worlds.
the Worlds.
Yeah.
And it scared the shit out of everybody. It called massive panic in the New York, greater
yeah.
New York area, and people died from it and all that stuff. Do you imagine? That's what would happen. People would start fucking taking, because you would become the haves and have-nots right in your mind.
yeah,
You're
that's
I
true.
gotta get ready. You have shit I need. I'm gonna take it from you. It would be crazy.
Dude, there's so much shit. I saw this yesterday. Actually, Rogan put it on his Instagram. The Pentagon has a laser that can identify people from a distance by just their heartbeat.
Nice.
And that's stuff that they're telling us about. Can't even imagine. Can't even imagine.
Your heartbeat is better than a fingerprint. It's
I don't
so
know.
unique.
That's
better
so-
than facial recognition and everything.
I don't know if I
Mine's
lose
so
weight-
irregular. Like mine changes every 3 minutes.
That's why yours is even more unique.
No, I'm
Start
saying
doing
it's,
crime, Tony.
I'm saying it's like what's the security system from Oceans?
Eyes in the sky.
Nope, not that
Oh, I
one
know
for
what you're
sure.
talking
Nexus.
about.
Nope, the it's the something.
Yeah,
but
the
anyway,
the uncrackable deal.
yeah. So my lock, my code changes
like an
every so
Enigma
often.
machine?
Yeah, exactly.
Simply safe.
Yep. Not
it?
today. Not today.
Slughead.
You wanted to get that in here so bad today. Z.
I've been waiting 2 weeks to say that.
Well, hey, today's July 10th. You guys want to hear what happened today in history?
Yeah.
Sure,
Oh, whoa.
Fired off.
Oh, jeez. We haven't used
I
this in a
know. I
while.
forgot to tell you about this one. Edit point.
There you go.
No, let him struggle. You assholes kicked me out at the beginning of the show. Let him struggle.
Hey, you got to talk over the thing. I got to do it again.
Do it again.
On this day in 1985, Coca-Cola Company announces it will resume selling old formula Coke following a public outcry and falling sales of its new Coke. You're welcome.
They're putting cocaine in it?
So they put Coke back in it.
They went back to the classic old Coke.
With
You
Coke.
guys can thank me and Gorms for this. We
Yeah.
were part
I
of
was
the
there.
revolution.
Was there?
We were about picketing. Hell no, we want Coke. Like on the streets of Washington.
I was
DC.
there.
But the original had Coke in it, right? Cocaine.
Well, the original, yeah, back
Well,
when it
that
first
was-
came in.
we didn't
it
go back
was-
to
It
that
was
Coke.
quite an elixir
I'm
back in the
We went back
early
to Coke.
20s.
We
Yeah.
became Coke
That's why it was
Classic.
the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So what? They're using real cane sugar again?
I don't know what the difference was, but New Coke came out and it was dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why they thought, oh, we're just making too much money right now. Let's come out with something,
Yeah.
an
And then
inferior
Pepsi,
product.
then Pepsi took that patent and just made it.
Yeah.
Ah, got him. You guys remember Pepsi Blue?
No.
Pepsi Blue.
Oh God! I think it lasted for like a summer. I remember.
I remember Crystal Pepsi.
That stuff was dog shit as well. But the Pepsi Blue, like, I went to like some baseball camp or something.
Yeah.
And they just had pallets on pallets of Pepsi Blue. That was all you could drink, and it was like, oh man, it would turn your piss like dark green. It was crazy shit. They stopped selling that.
Do you
very
remember All
quickly.
Sport?
Oh yeah.
Boy, nothing tasted worse than that.
It was like you didn't like All
I
Sport.
hated it.
Dude, it was like Gatorade, but it was basically pop.
Maybe that's I hated it. The taste was just.
I
not
didn't
good.
like it
I remember
either.
drinking that on like the bench in like basketball in 5th grade, getting out there just having the biggest side stitch. Like, oh shit. Let's go back to zone.
Isn't Mexico's Coca-Cola different than ours?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's just like the original.
Glass bottles.
It's
Served in a
glass
bag,
bottles
too.
With
It
sugar
has
cane,
the-
right?
Yeah, it has the sugar cane before they went to whatever. Yeah.
I assume ours is worse for you,
Yes, correct.
but it's better.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about the taste.
I had Coke out of a bag in Mexico. They do that a lot.
Really?
They just like fill up like a fucking plastic bag and stick a straw in there.
I've
It
seen
was
like the orange.
Like a
wild.
Capri
Yeah, they do like
Sun.
Fanta
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, very similar.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I don't know how they keep it cold, but they do.
Capri Sun is absolutely delicious.
Whenever I'm at the grocery store and you get to the Mexican aisle,
Yeah.
and
Why is
I
that
see
funny,
the-
Zito?
I see the orange pop in the bottle there, the Mexican orange pop. I always want to get it, but I never do. It looks so delicious.
You should, dude. They have the Coke sitting there too.
Every time you walk in the aisle, that song should pop up.
You're
It would
1,000%
be
correct.
Awesome, dude. Have you guys tried my MoonKist yet?
Oh no.
No,
it's
not yet. That
really
looks
good, though.
delicious.
I'm
though.
not kidding you. It's fucking great.
Does it taste like beer?
Well, you know what Blue Moon tastes like.
My favorite.
So whenever I have Blue Moon, like that's a brunch beer for me usually, but I'll just squeeze the fuck out of a big slice of orange juice
Right.
or of orange in it, and it oranges it up. So I was like, dude, I wonder what we'd like to put a Sunkist in there because now you're adding carbonation.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, carbonation's what is refreshing, right? When I'm really, really thirsty.
But you didn't like All Sport.
I did not
Weird.
because that to me that was like
There was no alcohol.
it was like aspirin flavored fucking seltzer water.
Exactly what it was.
Yes.
It tastes like cough syrup to me.
So, but you put
Aspirin.
you get a glass big enough that will hold a full Blue Moon. Like usually a pint beer glass will hold a full Blue Moon and leave you a little space at the top, and
Yep.
you just pour enough to fill that space of Sunkist. So it's not even a lot of Sunkist. You could probably take you 10 of these to get through a Sunkist.
It's just a kiss.
It's
Just a kiss,
just
baby.
a kiss. And
Would you
it's
try a
fucking
Sunny D?
delicious. No, man, because I need that
much
carbonation.
Sunny?
The Sunkist is what makes it. People kept hitting me up.
Orange-
Dude, just put an orange in there. I'm like I haven't fucking tried that. I've had Blue Moon before.
Sunkist would work.
Like-
Orange Fago would probably work.
Yeah.
Yeah, any orange pop that you like, because now you're adding carbonation, like I said, and that makes the fucking
Not
difference.
Sunny D's.
Orange Crush.
Yeah.
Great soda, yeah.
One of them's probably good, but I'm a basic bitch. I don't like the wheat beers. I got to keep it simple.
Just
No,
a
it's
big,
orange beer.
Just a
Yeah,
big,
you're just whiskey and ice.
Well, yeah.
Jameson and
Or,
ice.
you know, domestics. Give me a fucking long neck ice cold Bud
Dude,
Light.
there's
Nothing better.
I like
There's
that too.
there's a whiskey bar right by my new house where they brew their or brew whatever you do for whiskey.
Distill.
Yeah.
Distill their own whiskey. So like they don't have to pay for it from someone else. So like it's like a really cool whiskey cocktail bar, but all the drinks are like $6.
What's it called?
Couldn't tell you what it's called. I just know where it's at.
Okay. All right.
But like so all they have though is whiskey.
Sold.
So like they did like whiskey margaritas, whiskey mules, stuff like that. Yeah, you
like
guys have
that.
to come by and check it out. It's pretty
Yeah.
fucking good. Pretty fucking good. It's probably the best old fashioned I've had in Indianapolis.
Do they have karaoke there?
No,
Okay, never mind.
not the night I was there.
I think I like the whiskey mules more than I do the vodka mules.
Depends.
They
Depends
still
on
put ginger in
it.
it?
Strictly depends on the temperature outside for me. Like at this time of the year, it's vodka. I'm a pretty big vodka guy during the summer. Once you get a little frost on the pumpkin, and it's time for Dickie Duncan.
Yeah.
Then I switch over to whiskey.
I've also realized that a lot of places around here will use bottom shelf vodka for the mules. It's
You
like,
got-
hey,
you gotta
I don't
tell
want
them.
the
Oh, yeah,
fucking
man.
Pinnacle in there, all right?
Yeah.
Give me some goddamn Tito's or some Belvedere's.
Every time I do, I say with Tito's because if you don't,
have to.
you're gonna get fucked. Yeah,
There's nothing better
it's gonna
than
be
nice,
Kamchatka.
Yeah, exactly.
than a nice fresh Moscow mule.
It's
so
good.
refreshing.
It's good.
So refreshing.
My problem is though they put so much ice in there. Like after like 3 gulps, my mule's done, and I'm constantly having to refill it.
That's hot outside, Don.
I know, but I'm like, how about half that ice?
That's what the copper mug's for.
Exactly. Freeze the copper mug, give me half the ice. I get twice the mule.
I also don't like the people who are giving us copper-plated mugs. Like we see, okay? We want some authentic copper.
Well, I also don't like. I also
that's
don't
that's
like.
the whole point of the drink.
I also
Don't
don't
fuck
like the
around.
assholes who ask for your ID. This hasn't happened in a long time. I think there might have been a copper shortage at some point, but they would ask for your ID so you wouldn't steal the copper.
Oh, yeah.
mug. I'm like, listen, dick fucks. If I'm paying $11.50 for your fucking Moscow Mule, I'm not stealing your fucking copper mug.
They did used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, just a reminder, it's $25 if you leave here with that thing.
I'm like, all right, man. I'm
right.
fucking leaving there with it. Yeah. Got
You
my
dick,
own. I
pal.
got my own at home. Okay.
Todd has stole no less than 7
Yeah, I've taken quite a few copper mugs in my day.
just when I lived with it.
When Sean and I were living together, we had like a whole cupboard full of
Fucking hilarious.
This is awesome. I'm taking this.
Hilarious. I used to steal the chalices, the big fucking chalices back in college, but that's when I was a child, Todd.
I know, but
I mean,
when they were new, it was like, oh.
I got no problem with taking a bottle of ketchup or mustard from a restaurant.
No.
I'll do that every day.
I mean, there's a couple
If I'm
times in the
running low.
south side of Pittsburgh, I didn't finish my drink in time while the bar was closed, and I just walked out with it.
Oh, yeah.
Took it home.
But that's, I mean,
Well,
that's
that was the main thing because we lived by 3 bars in walking distance, and we would just walk out. And then after you do that 12 times, you got a fucking dozen copper mugs.
There was like a month or 2 period. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Where my thing was to anywhere that had a pool table, I'd try to steal a pool stick, and I'd put it down my shirt and then down my leg,
Pant leg.
and I'd have to walk out like I was a fucking pirate. I don't know why I did that, but it happened for like 3 weeks.
See,
until
these are harmless things. We're not licking ice cream and putting it back in.
No,
We're not
yeah,
spitting in
exactly.
people's
This
iced
is
tea.
good old fashioned fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just
Back in
stealing
the day.
shit.
Harmless.
Harmless.
Come on, I've spent a lot of money in those bars.
That is
Seriously,
also
we
true.
Let's be honest.
paid for those fucking pool sticks 17 times over, at least.
They're getting those mugs wholesale. I mean, they're
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
spending 50 cents on them.
They owe it to us.
Or they're promotional, so the
Right.
liquor vendor gives them to them.
Exactly.
I have a serious
how it
problem. I steal condiment cups.
Oh, you mean ramekins?
You like the little metal ramekins?
yeah, I have so
They're
many of
always in
those.
my to-go box.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Those are free to take.
yeah, those
Yeah.
are free.
Those are
I
yours.
feel like those are fair
Especially
game.
if you have dipping sauce left in them. They're free to
Yeah.
take.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you use them for at the house, though, once you get them back?
Fucking
Same
nothing
thing?
you use them
Exact
for at the
same
restaurant.
Well, yeah, that you typically
Put your
just
sauce in
throw
there?
them away when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
done with the meal.
You know what I use them for? Is it crazy? It's crazy sauce, right? With the
Fancy.
fancy sauce, yeah.
We went to go eat after fishing, and Todd was like a 12-year-old boy. He got a cheeseburger quesadilla, and then he asked for a separate plate, and he mixed up a whole separate plate of fancy sauce, mayo and ketchup, and he was just dipping his quesadilla in it and making everyone at the bar try it and how good it was.
Bacon cheeseburger quesadilla, dude.
Nice.
Oh
Try my
I gotta have
crazy
some fancy
Where'd
sauce.
you guys go? Applebee's?
Sauce.
I know, 'cause
They
Applebee's
never
does-
have them. It was like a promotional thing, like for that, for that weekend. So like, fuck
Applebee's
it.
does have a delicious one. That's why.
They couldn't touch
That's your
this.
place, huh? Sam's Ale
Oh, I
House.
love it.
right
Well, I go to the regular Psalms usually, but sometimes I
Psalms
go to
place.
On the 4th of July, actually, Todd showed us arguably best bar, worst service in all of Indianapolis.
Where at?
Fucking Bobby Plump's last shot.
Never even heard of it.
Dude, well, Bobby Plump, the guy
Indiana
who
hero.
Jimmy Chitwood is based on in
Okay.
Hoosiers.
from Hoosiers. Yeah.
It's like a lake bar feel.
Awesome bar.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Huge outside deck.
I would die to own that bar. I mean, it's like an old 2-story house, but it's really cool and got a wraparound deck and patio situation going on. No one would wait on us. We just sat there, and there was a waitress that would come out and go to everybody else except us.
Did you have sex with her before?
In no way,
Don't worry
shape, or
about it.
form. But for some reason, we could, so we'd have to go.
We
into
didn't
the
have
bar.
enough tattoos or tattered clothing or thick
Yeah.
black frame glasses or bikes.
It's one of those bars we were talking about that fucking they have their neighborhood regulars,
locals.
and if
Yeah,
you're an
yeah.
outsider,
Did you get
you're
service?
shunned.
Did you get it?
Oh, we had to go to the bar and get it every time, and then walk out.
Wait about 20 minutes in the bar as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Stink eye the waitress, anyone? Like, what the fuck? We're sitting here.
I mean, we were pretty vocal about it.
Yeah.
She just walked.
She wouldn't
around
even
like,
make eye
"No problem."
contact though, so you know
Awesome
it's kind of
bar,
tough
though.
to get her attention. Yeah, great bar.
Bobby
bar.
Plump.
So do you believe if you put a costume on, you could get in like a whole entire like?
If we
hipster
would have
costume?
fucking got fake henna tattoos all over up
Leather
and down our
chaps.
necks,
If I
grew our
would've had-
beards
You guys
out.
have
If
tattoos.
I would have had a pack of yellow American spirits, we would have fucking, you know,
Yes.
we would have been just fine.
So it's pretty hipster.
We were missing the hipster uniform. That or there's one old grizzled Vietnam vet guy that walks around, and he's kind of endearing actually because you could tell he's just a fixture there, and like he just walks around. He's like a clean. He's bussing tables and fucking rearranging furniture. Somebody walks in, they look around. Oh, you should come sit over here because that fucking waitress is not doing shit. If it wasn't for him, yeah, nobody would get anything done there. But yeah, I actually was sitting there one night and Marty and I and. There was like a new era combat vet guy who was an officer. I'm like listening to his whole story. The guy obviously knows what he's talking about. He's a real vet, and this Vietnam vet guy would not have it. He kept questioning him on everything. Like, and it's like, dude, that's Afghanistan. It's not Vietnam. Your stuff you're saying is so fucking out of date. Like, he didn't believe anything that he was describing, and I'm like, go watch a fucking movie. This guy is on point.
No, but those bars can be the best. If you are a regular
Yeah.
there, Diggs and I used to have one by our house. Those
would
little
be.
mom and pop style bars
best,
is just, and they take care of you and all that good stuff. But the setting is unreal. It's just
Still searching.
pageantry. You're looking around, it's like, yeah, this is where I want to be. But again, if you're an outsider and you come in there, you might get a little tough looks.
Well, yeah, they take care of the regulars first and foremost, as they should.
I probably just need to go more.
You guys are considered riffraff when you walk in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Aren't
yeah,
you?
1000%.
And it's like probably they're just like, well, we don't want them to come back. So, yeah.
Good business plan they got over there. Really?
Yeah.
Well, Bobby Plump would be fucking sick to his stomach if he knew what was going on with his joint.
I'm like, fucking, I just want to call Bobby Plump right now. If he's still alive. I don't know if he's still alive. I assume maybe he is.
I don't-
But
Yeah, he's alive.
I'm told he bought that bar for his son, and then maybe it's been passed down to that guy's son by now. So it's the watered down version of Plumps. But
Ty, verdict.
He's still alive. 82. 82.
I bet he can still shoot the rock, too.
Oh, yeah. I'll make it.
Yeah, set shot.
He actually said that.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Dead-eyed dick over there. At 82 years old. Doesn't miss. Jeez.
Speaking of movies, I got a new fact or fiction.
Can't
for
wait.
you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop you fucking lying.
You don't know if I'm lying or not. I could be telling the truth. That's why they call it fact or fiction.
Also, shout out. Was it Tony Gordon that went back
Yeah.
and listened to all the fucking
He's
episodes?
keeping the stats.
and kept the
Tony.
stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Tony Gordon's
Tony
got it going
G.
on.
I think he might have fudged the numbers a bit, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
I enjoyed seeing it though. I definitely enjoyed seeing it.
Yeah, that was cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'm with you. I had like
Thought
80,
my-
81 runs in it. I'm like, there's no chance I sat in
No, it
this
was
chair
20
81
something,
yeah.
but yeah.
Let's see if you guys can.
Even
see,
20.
See if you guys can up your percentages here. All right. We all know John Krasinski because of his role as Jim Halpert in The Office, the new Jack Ryan, and his leading roles in great movies like The Quiet Place, 13 Hours,
Great movie.
Leatherheads. But his career might have taken off earlier than it did if his scenes as Deputy Mike Dugan had not been part of the 13 hours of footage left on the cutting room floor of the Blair Witch Project. He had two scenes in the film, one in which his character ran into the young filmmakers in the woods and warned them they should pack up and go home, and then later when the filmmaker stumbled across his dead body in a creek with his head completely shaved bald and his mouth and eyes sewn shut. The directors of the film, one of which played lacrosse with Krasinski at Brown University, felt the scenes with Krasinski detracted from the illusion that this was real footage from cameras found after the disappearance of real-life documentary filmmakers. So they were left out. Is this piece of movie trivia fact or fiction?
Todd. I don't know how the fuck you do it. I really don't. This is the most absurd thing ever, but I'm going to say fiction.
Fiction?
I don't know how you make that up. But I'm going to say
Got
fiction.
one fiction.
It's pretty factish to me. All the I don't know. You snuck in the Leatherheads there.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Which
Well, that was just so you know who Krasinski is because everybody's seen Leatherheads. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I just threw that in because I love that movie.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Yeah, I threw that in there. That's probably what people.
By the way,
13 hours though, fucking great movie.
An absolute shame that John Krasinski, for all those years of The Office, had to have a clean-shaven face because that man can grow one of the best beards that I've seen.
Special Forces
and he's got
beard
an
all the
incredible
way.
head of hair.
Yeah, he does. And he's jacked now.
Yes. With that being said, he also was shaved in Jack Ryan, which I wasn't happy about. With that being said, this is 100,000% true.
True. All right, we got one fact, one fiction.
Was Blair Witch in PA?
Good question.
That I don't know.
The Office, Scranton, PA.
Uh-oh.
He's got PA ties. Think about it. True.
Okay. All right. We got one fact, one fiction. Nick?
I'm going fiction. I didn't think they were Brown kids. I thought they were like Harvard or something. I thought it was a different school.
Oh.
I thought it was a different Ivy League school.
Oh, that I don't know.
That is what set me off as well. So I'm going to say fiction.
Oh,
as
how
well.
about this? How about this fucking asshole? Oh, that I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm going to go fact strictly on lacrosse because I see Krasinski as a lacrosse player, and I didn't know where he went to school.
Big lacrosse guy.
So I'm going to go, fact on that one.
Okay.
I'm going to go fiction because he's a basketball player.
He was a basketball player?
Yes.
Why? Because he played in one scene in The Office?
Bailey.
Yeah, this is the largest hunk of shit I've heard. So.
All right, so how many fictions do we have?
4, 5.
4?
I'm a fact.
I'm fact.
All right, so we have 5 fictions and 2 facts. Okay, this piece of movie trivia is 100% fiction.
God
Let's
damn
go.
it. Yep.
Suck it.
It really hurts now that I know it's the records are being kept. Fucking stings a little bit because I thought I was way better than
It was
I
the basketball, right? I got it.
Huh?
It was him playing basketball instead of.
No, that
Had nothing.
I don't even know if he played lacrosse or basketball. So I just
Good one, Todd.
I just knew that he went to Brown, but
Oh,
he
he
went
did.
for. But he went for. He was going to be an English teacher.
So what was? Which part was fiction?
Everything. He was never in, never in the movie. Never cut. He was not friends with the director. Any of that shit.
That's
Good
what's
stuff, Todd.
Because he was probably like 25, 26 when The Office first came out, and that was at least like 13 years
Yeah, the movie
after
was like-
Blair Witch Project.
This was in
98, right?
This was in '99. He was in a movie
didn't
in
even think about
2000. So it was in the era of his new acting days. So that's why I picked this
Gotcha.
movie. And then also, it's like the cast isn't people we know.
Right.
So I picked that for that reason. And then I thought he'd be believable as a young deputy
Yeah.
in the woods. So
All right, Tony Gordon, if you're listening, scratch me up for another L. Damn. Suck it.
Love you, Tony.
I almost shat my pants at a carnival in Upper Michigan. I literally did. I really thought I was going to squeeze something out.
really,
I wrote.
Shit in my pants in northern Michigan.
I went on. My niece said, "Go on this ride with me," and I'm not a heights guy. I just not a heights guy, and it's called Freak Out. And you sit in it, and they put it in your like you're a
Can't be that
NASCAR
high.
racer.
Is that a carnival?
Yeah,
You
carnival.
trusted yourself to go on a carny ride?
The Cherry Festival. It's there every year.
is
so
it
I
like the
thought,
drop zone thing?
Fuck where it's
No,
at.
it's not the drop zone thing, but what it is, it sits there and you're way up off the ground, but the floor drops out from you. That's the dropout part. And then it spins you around
Fuck
and then
that.
it rocks back and forth. So I'm watching this thing and I'm like, I can't do it, girl. Sorry, it's too high. It's too high. I'm like, no, I do it all the time. Just come on. All right, I go. Worst decision I ever made. Most of the ride, my eyes were closed. I mean, I was freaking to flip out on this stinking carnival ride.
Grow up, dude.
I can't, bro. I got a phobia, a fear. I look down. It feels like I'm 700 feet
Did you
looking
catch
at
some G's?
I'm not
Push you
Yes.
against the wall.
Yes, and your heart's going, and, you feel like your heart drops
Yeah.
and everything time and time again. I'm counting the minutes. I mean, I was saying to myself, just stop this fucking ride. My niece, my 16-year-old niece is next to me. Her friend is next to her, and they're just, yeah, this is fun. Aren't you having fun, Uncle? And I'm like, Jesus, God, no. It was, the
I
worst.
couldn't do that ride either.
I used to go
I don't
to-
like heights. I
the
like
worst.
things that spin.
I used to go to Cedar Point every single year.
Yeah.
Until I think the last time I went, I was probably 20 or 21. So it's been 10 years. So I love roller coasters.
Yeah.
Love them. I guarantee you, if I went today, I'd fucking hate roller coasters. I think there's a point in time where you just become
I'm
too
over
old
it.
to ride fucking roller
They give me a
coasters.
headache.
I
Yeah.
can't even imagine how bad I'd hate an amusement park today.
Yeah.
Did you ride any recently?
Yeah, when I went to Disneyland. I
Like
did.
which one? The big one? Don't they have a couple of big ones out there?
There's like I don't remember what it's called. It's got fucking a big Mickey Mouse thing on there, but you go from 0 to 70 in like 2 seconds
Ooh.
to start. Yeah.
Is there a
Oh,
big
is that
like?
the Space Mountain one?
No, Space
That's
Mountain.
Epcot.
Yeah. No, Space Mountain's in there too.
Oh, both?
But they have it's like they it's just a massive coaster that's
I'm a big world
got
guy.
a bunch of loops and stuff like that. But see, that's what I mean. If you're gonna go do that, like I mean, shit, it's not cheap to go to Disneyland or Disney World. I was like, all right, I'm getting my fucking money's
Yeah, yeah.
worth. You know, I'm gonna hit every
a
one of
good
these
point.
multiple times.
So in the 3rd season of Stranger Things,
Well,
there's
don't
a
spoil it.
Don't do it.
Spoil.
It's not a
Easy.
spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
Jesus.
There's
3 seasons.
a carnival that goes on, and they have the ride the Gravitron there.
Okay.
Was that at any of your guys' local fairs or anything like
Never
that?
heard.
Never heard of it.
Is that the one that
Yeah.
sticks you to the wall?
Yeah.
It looks like a
Yeah.
UFO, and this thing spins maybe 235 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're just
It's
standing
always
I've been on
called
one of
something
those.
different, but
Yeah.
You
everyone's.
kind of go at like a 35-degree incline.
Yeah, I've been on that.
and
Those are
then-
the ones
Yeah.
you spit on.
Yeah, your cheeks fill out. You're all like,
Yeah.
like
I
that.
rode that maybe 75 times back to back whenever I was a kid, and it's the only ride I would ever ride.
I remember doing that, and like the one I went on, the floor would drop out.
Yeah,
too,
sure,
so you
sure.
were
Ours
sticking
was.
to the
Just
wall.
spinning.
Silly
like that.
Silo is what it was
Yeah.
called.
We had it to where the
of course, that's such an Iowa
Yeah,
name for
the silly silo.
the part that we had is like the pad that you would lay on. It would shift upwards.
You're
the
right,
faster it
right,
went.
right.
So chicks were getting their hair caught in it. And it was the worst.
We didn't
ripping
have
their heads off.
We didn't have local fairs that had rides.
Oh yeah, that was at Adventureland
Really?
theme park in Des Moines.
We just
Oh,
raced.
Donner Kenny
we
would-
just raced.
Is that
Danny
the one
and
from the
Kevin
movie?
O'Shea down Cherry Hill.
Same name, but no.
Oh, okay.
What?
Adventureland. That was a good movie.
Great, great movie. I don't know if I've seen it.
With Will
Yeah.
Ferrell?
No, Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, they
Oh,
shot it.
yes, I
they
have
shot
seen
some of it at Kennywood
Yes,
Park, actually.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Oh,
be in
nice.
PA.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
Did you guys have a log ride at Kennywood?
Yes.
Yeah, the log jammer.
Nice.
I do like log rides.
Log rides are the best.
Log Jammer is a good ride.
I like pretty much like all the water rides.
You get soaked, right? I
The
mean, you are
down
getting
at
soaked.
Raging
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, Log Jammer, you get a little. You could potentially get a little wet, but the Pittsburgh Plunge, you go ride that. That's where you get
Yeah,
soaked.
and the Raging Rapids. If
Raging
you got under
Rapids.
the waterfall,
Wait,
get you good.
you guys got one of them lazy rivers?
Nah. Well, you go down to Sandcastle, you got a lazy river.
This was my favorite thing you used to do at Kings Island. Was there's it was like a winding river thing. Like you could get like 12 people in a big
Oh, yeah, that's
round
what
boat,
that's
and
what the
you
Raging
float
Rapids
around.
is.
Yep.
And then they have the water cannons.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You could put quarters
And
in
shoot it at
there,
people,
and
yep.
and run the water cannons.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's
good
fucking
time.
awesome.
Oh, that's a good
So
time.
I'd stay there for like 8 hours.
Oh, I would, man. I was like,
You
I
always
could just do this all
You
day.
always just fucking drench the dude who's wearing a poncho, just trying to stay.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
He's got his cell phone in a plastic bag in his pocket.
shoot the cell phone out of his hands.
So every now and then a guy gets pissed. You're like, what in the fuck do you expect? Dude? You're in the fucking in the water canyon.
You're right, Todd.
I know.
I wouldn't mind going to an amusement park and or a fair here sometime soon.
Oh, State
still
Fair here.
been here for 2.5
man.
years. I still
Well,
haven't
yeah,
gone
but
to
it
that
ain't,
fucking fair.
no Iowa State Fair.
No, it's not. It's not. I know the Iowa
Not
State
as
Fair.
simple as that, you know.
But I'm telling you,
I mean, the fairground's right in the middle of the goddamn city.
Should we go to Kings Island? It's only like an hour and a half.
I
from
would
here.
do that in a heartbeat.
Maybe we should organize a trip.
They got water cannons there.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Don't they?
let's go
They
shoot
have
some nerds.
a water park connected to it,
Yeah.
don't they?
We really ne-
Geauga Lake?
I think it's.
SeaWorld is Sandusky, Ohio.
Shout out Big Tom Callahan.
I think you have to do 2 days though. You need a full day for the water park. You
And
need a full day for the amusement park side.
Weekend.
Yeah, you catch a ball game one of those days. You know, go watch the Reds play.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I do like going to those parks now around Halloween time. It's my favorite time to go. It's not too hot out. They got the park decorated all nice. It's a
Yeah,
great
it's
time.
gonna have to cool down.
They got a maniac chasing you with a chainsaw.
We should do maybe some scary houses and maybe some real scary houses.
We definitely should do another paranormal investigation.
We hiring the same guys?
Nah.
No, we can do it on our own. We know what equipment.
I don't
to
know.
get
He
now.
was pretty electric. Seriously. Hey, what was his name? Keith?
I have
Roger.
no idea.
Jim. It was Jim.
It was Jim.
Oh yeah,
you're
because
right.
you were his contact. You were the contact, huh?
Does he ever call you?
I'm not disrespecting their operation. I'm just saying I didn't see them doing anything. That
All you
we
need is
can't do.
all you need is a stud finder,
and basically a recording device.
which we
Camera,
got
and
plenty
then-
of those.
Yeah, you just sit down the little recorder. You ask questions. You get some EVPs on there. You're good.
Hey, start sending in your haunted house recommendations for us to go explore.
Yeah.
Within like
need some good ones.
Within like an hour of Indianapolis, please. Not
I
driving.
know one in Hawaii.
Ghosts.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Fun fact,
You know?
ghosts don't exist in Hawaii
Because the water.
and the volcanoes.
Oh,
That's true.
They have haunted little tiki statues, like in the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What was that song
The totem.
Yeah.
behind it? Every time they picked it up, or talking. Wow, Greg has it around his neck. Watch him serve.
He almost breaks his neck.
Wow, Jan, there's a spider on your chest.
would you guys ever do like the original Anvil Horror House?
Who?
The Anvil Horror House.
Amityville.
The Anvil? Did you say the Anvil Horror House?
Amityville.
Jesus Christ.
Amityville.
Keep going. Keep going.
You remember that story though? The guy kills his whole
Yeah,
family?
hell yeah.
I would
Oh,
totally go in there.
You mean the whole movie?
Yeah, with the pig.
And the flies in the window?
Flies, yeah.
But what was it, Zeke?
Anvil.
Yeah.
Nope. Keep going.
The old Anvil house.
Amityville.
One more time.
Give me a guess or give me a clue.
Amityville.
Amityville.
There you go.
Amityville.
Wonder if that house is still up.
I doubt it.
Not a chance.
No, you
That's
can't tear it
definitely
down.
I know, but that thing looks at you from everywhere you stand. Don't
You tear
forget
it
those
down.
2 eyes for windows.
Unleash spirits in the town.
Yeah, you tear down that backhoe. It's cursed forever.
Okay,
That's true.
good to know. Staying out.
The only thing you could do is potentially toss grenades from 50 yards away.
We should go to Crystal Lake.
Oh wait, there was death there.
Oh yeah.
Well, where's that at?
That's
Zeke?
a movie, isn't it?
Illinois.
Yeah.
Jason.
It's Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I'd
So
push you
Zeno
right in
just-
that lake so quick, Z.
Oh, I would haunt the fuck out of you.
Some little boy would grab your ankle, pull you to the bottom. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd grab his foot and be like, nope, not that guy.
You just start jerking him off real quick. You're like, hey, it's a little kid. What are you doing? Yeah, but he's dead. It doesn't matter. He's 12.
He's 100 years old.
12 going on 300.
Oh, it's fucked up.
It's a real conundrum for the local cops.
Can we charge you? I don't know. Technically.
Oh, well, did he come?
I got an I want to know for you.
baby.
Oh, my God. All right. I want to know. Let's say there's a God. I don't know what your beliefs are, but let's just, for the sake of this, I want to know segment. There's a God and there's a heaven. And let's say God decides one day he wants to give heaven a complete makeover and he selects you to be the architect. What would your heaven look like?
Ooh, great one.
By the way, this coffee's delicious. Thanks for sending me back out.
Yeah, I knew you were making a bad decision.
Okay. Heaven?
Heaven. What's your heaven look like, Diggs?
My heaven's going to be a combination of, like, my favorite cities, but it's all going to be on an island in the Caribbean.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I don't know why I need to say that though, because each city on this island is going to have its normal seasons and its normal temperature.
Oh,
4
okay.
seasons.
Yeah, I need to have all the seasons in heaven
Okay.
because I get sick of,
All right.
I'm already sick of summer. I want cold again.
That's a wild statement.
Not cold.
You want fall.
Yeah, I want fall.
He likes change.
The fucking boys.
That's why he gets a new house every year.
Exactly. So I'm putting Lake Tahoe on my island.
Oh boy.
I'm putting Montana on my island.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that.
You've never been to Montana.
A lot of bears. A lot of bears.
I'll be honest. I had a brain freeze and I fucking panicked. And Montana came out. I'm putting Jamaica on my island.
Oh, yeah, I like Jamaica.
I'm putting Barcelona on my island. And that's it. And that's my heaven.
Have fun, Tony.
So it's like that part of Disneyland with the We Are the World or whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah, where
Yep,
you
it's
go-
one big
it's all
fucking
in one
terrible
place.
ride where we just fucking go. In Vegas.
Go
I'm
from
putting
one to the
Vegas on
other.
my island.
All right, I like it. Nick, what's your heaven look like?
Boy, it's tough.
It's going to be basically just a big oblong type disc landmass on some floating clouds up top there.
Okay.
Basically just two sides. To the right side, step over to the right, please, and you'll be escorted into the swim up beach bar.
That's good.
So flat earthers are gonna love this.
Yeah, they will. They'll be very into it.
I knew it.
Heaven's flat.
Huge long beach bar. Serving drinks behind the bar is going to be George Washington.
Nice.
Angelina Jolie, circa 2002.
Nice.
And,
Topless?
I mean, it's your heaven.
Pasties.
bub.
Pasties. Let's keep it.
And then Mario Lemieux will be running drinks for everybody. If you have a nice wine recommendation
Maybe
for
there's
you.
a little slap shot and it goes down the bar and poof, right in your
Thanks,
hand.
Lemieux.
That's not bad. We don't want to get too corny.
We
with
don't
it.
call
It's
him Lemieux, okay?
Yeah, 66 sweet
That's
on
my
Swiss,
Adam Sandler
Magnifique.
heaven.
Yeah,
It's
there
so
you go.
corny.
I like Nick's.
And then the left-hand side is more so like a stage, probably almost like the setup at Red Rocks out there in Denver, where you can pretty much just watch any movie, any show, any performance, any musical act you want to see. Nice. Bam, right there. There you go.
I like it.
A lot of hammocks too.
Can I take?
a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
take
hammocks.
your.
For naps.
I'm gonna take your bar and I'm gonna put it on the Jamaica part of my island.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, I like it. Gorms, what's your heaven look
Well,
like?
I got like a meadow, nicely fresh cut grass. It miraculously is always just
Great.
like it was
Allergies
just
all the
fresh.
time.
Trees everywhere, beautiful flowers everywhere. So it's pretty simple.
Uh-huh.
But then it gets fun.
Okay.
Glasses are going.
Chipping green.
Oh, nice, nice.
Playing for quarters, gets some buddies that come up
Right.
there that maybe they'll meet their fate with me up
Jubs.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We also got stocked bass ponds, a couple
Okay.
of them on the meadows. You're always getting bites out of there.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Well, what's the fun of that?
You got big screen TVs that are hanging from branches and everything like that. So any sort of sporting event, Netflix, any series you want, you can just go, pitch a
Question.
yeah.
The big screen TVs
Yeah.
that are hanging from everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're watching sports.
Yeah.
You watching sports back on Earth, or you watching Heaven sports?
It's a feed from so I can follow
I like
if it
that.
happens in the next 5 years or something, I'm going to see
like
LeBron's couple of the last games and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Okay.
it's a direct feed. It's heaven.
Great move.
They
Great
can
move.
do whatever
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want.
Direct
I'm
TV
glad-
up
Yeah.
there.
I'm glad you went with that.
I got an In-N-Out burger that's far on the
Nice.
other side of the meadow. It's always open 24/7. On the other side, I got Whole Foods. So all my food's covered there between Whole Foods and In-N-Out. And then assisting, she found her way up there, and she was assisting with any help that anyone needs, not just me, but Holly Berry's there.
Oh, okay, nice.
Good. I like that.
How about the souls of all the victims that you murdered?
Not on my heaven. No. I'm selfish here, man. I'm taking care of my resting place.
Zito, what's your heaven look like?
All right, so basically a lot of Portillos.
Yeah.
It's those hue lights that always like you could change colors.
Yep.
It's always gonna be a blue or a white.
Nice.
You
Okay.
know? Brick roads. I just thought it'd be pretty cool. Horse and buggy.
Okay.
Horse and buggy on brick roads.
vehicles, I
Good,
like that.
smart.
Yeah, just keeping back to the
Screams
old days.
heavenly.
A lot of baseball, and then I'm gonna take this from Gorms, but I'm gonna make it where all the people who have passed away, we make super teams. So it'll be really cool sports.
Nice.
But the only catch about this is when you first come in, like the waiting room, it's gonna look like hell. So you have a decision to go like, oh, I'm gonna want to go to heaven instead, and you actually go to hell.
Oh, you're gonna trick people.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked like a dentist like waiting room.
So your heaven is 1890 Ohio with a Portillo's.
A bunch of Amish people around it.
With cool lights.
Bailey, you got a heaven?
Mine's gonna be very similar to Nick's, where it's gonna be like a 5-star resort, all that. I want an entire lake-sized swimming pool,
Oh yeah.
so chlorinated
that,
water
yeah.
and all that. You can see through. And
It
then
digs in it.
Oh, true.
I don't shit in pools, dude. How many times do I have to go over the rules for shitting?
And then while you're in that pool, there's an area you can stay in the pool, but there's like an old drive-in movie theater.
Oh,
Like one of those gigantic displays.
Yep.
There's
Bring your
movies
horse and
playing all the
buggy in there.
time.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tell you what, Zeet.
Let's hear it.
In my heaven, though,
Yeah.
in the pools, you can shit, and it just immediately gets sucked away and causes no problems for anyone. You can't even see it.
Shit suckers in
like
your
that.
heaven, huh?
I like
Shit
that.
suckers in your
You
heaven.
never have to get out of
You
your
just gotta
love it.
vacuum
You
your
never have to get
butthole.
out in my pools if you don't want
Maybe
to.
it's just like a pipe that comes up and you sit on it. And then-
Also, the alcohol in my heaven doesn't make you have to go to the bathroom more often.
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
That's a good move.
What does
Yeah.
it make you do?
Huh?
What does it make you do?
Actually, you don't have to go to the bathroom at all in my heaven.
Hey, boy. What are you wearing, a diaper? Or
I
just it
enjoy a
doesn't,
good
doesn't
shit.
exist?
I love taking
I do
a
too,
shit.
but imagine if you just didn't have to at all.
That'd stink.
You think heaven's two-ply?
Can you give me the sensation of shitting without me actually shitting?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that. All right.
You just
Just a good
think
dry
about it.
shit.
And you get
Yeah,
that
every
sensation.
time you poke your belly button, you get that.
Oh yeah, you just need it twice a day. All right, Ty.
So we got taps with Jack Daniels pretty much everywhere, circling about every 2 inches on just they kind of just float in there too, and they just spit out
Is Jack himself there?
maybe I don't know
Probably.
we'll find
I'd assume
out,
so.
and they just spit out an already perfectly executed craft cocktail, so you don't have to
perfect.
mix it or anything. It's just ready to go.
Nice.
boy.
I also
old fashioned. You just pour it on fast.
exactly. You just say old fashioned, and then boom, it's shooting out
It's like
for
those
you.
new Coke machines where they just have
Exactly.
Like 80
It's like a
different
Coke
things on there.
freestyle. We have a couple kegs of O'Douls for Gorms just in case, just in case.
yeah.
he's
Just give me
there.
some unsweet iced tea. I'll be
Yeah,
happy.
There you
bro.
go. You can get that
Love
as
it.
well. Also have some sort of swim up bar type area with the TVs and whatnot. In the back of my little area, I have the tee box of Augusta.
Nice.
Ooh.
And then I have all 18 holes there that only I can play.
Attaboy.
Yep. So
One and only
You
member.
gotta have
Yeah,
something
exactly.
for yourself. You're the architect.
exactly.
Whites
exactly.
only.
Can you bring on guests though, or no?
If I want to, yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
You bet.
I like it.
And then that's really about as far as I got, to be honest with you. I can give a shit about
It's a
anything
pretty good
else.
heaven.
Can you sunburn there?
No, I am peeling like a goddamn snake right now. If you look at my
Oh, yeah?
legs and everything, I've just been ripping off pieces of like 10 foot of skin. So, no sunburns up
Perfectly
there.
tan. Perfectly tan the entire
I'll
time.
skid everybody.
I like it.
There's a good one right there. Yep.
Just skill.
Keep
You're
that
like
one
the
for-
villain Austin Powers.
Hey, keep that one for later.
Gold member just eating it.
All right, in
Shelby.
my new heaven, every guy is 100 pounds overweight and incredibly weak,
Okay.
except me and Bruce Willis. 'Cause we're in charge. Bruce and I can't gain weight no matter what we eat. And in my heaven, it's one giant buffet, and the food is always fresh. You just go from one type of style of food to another.
Every
It's
food
everywhere.
imaginable.
It's just everywhere. Every food
Bruce,
imaginable.
have you had
It's
the
right
crab
there.
legs?
And it's always sunny, and it's always sunny and 70 degrees, which is still hot as fuck for all you guys because you're all fat as fuck. But it's perfect for me and Bruce, and all the ladies there. Whatever your favorite beer is, that's what's on tap. Same taps for everybody, but if I want Yingling, it pours Yingling.
Mm-hmm.
If you want Guinness, it pours Guinness. If you want Coors Light, Ty, it pours Coors Light. It's just whatever you think of in your mind. That's what comes out of the tap.
Like your taps. Like
Yeah,
those taps.
yeah. And if and there's bottomless pitchers of margaritas everywhere, the ice never melts. So it's like as soon as you pour it, it's just back to full again. Everyone has a great house, and nothing ever breaks or stops working. My house is a little better than everybody else's house. And Bruce's is pretty good too. And your house matches your style perfectly.
Yeah.
So we have all the cable, all the satellite channels and streaming platforms, direct feed from Earth, like you said. And as soon as a movie comes out to theaters, it hits your Netflix account.
Oh, nice.
And Bruce and I decide who stays. It's not a once you're in situation. You can get sent down to the basement, and if
Don't cross
and you
the bus.
you won't like the basement. It's all bologna sandwiches, Fanta Cola, and Steven Seagal movies. That's all you get.
Who wears the pants in a relationship with you guys?
24/7. It's equal partnership. Bruce and I are on the same level. I assume we're going to agree on everybody that gets to go to the basement. We're like the same person, basically.
Yeah.
In this room, who gets to stay up there with you guys?
Huh?
In this room right now, who gets to stay with you guys?
I keep everybody in here. Everybody in
Todd.
here will get a
Short
situation.
leash, though, huh?
Short leash.
Yeah.
I mean, don't fuck
You
up.
fuck
know
up,
what I mean?
you're going
It's a
down the
privilege
line.
to stay in my new heaven.
At some point, we've all would have been sent down. Especially Zito. What did you say? You wanted to kill him one day, Zito?
Yeah, no, I wanted to shoot.
Yeah. I wish I had a gun to shoot you in the head.
I went to the basement that day. Fuck you, Bruce.
All right, well, it's been a fun episode. Thanks for listening, everybody. Please keep sharing this with your friends. Tony Gordon, I look forward to seeing the updated percentages on accuracy for Fact or Fiction from everybody. Other than that, we're out.